Sister Mary Delores Gatliff, Director of Evangelization at Christ the King. It's Nun Sense for a Tuesday. Good morning, Sister. How are you?
Good morning, and I hope everyone's doing well this beautiful morning. I wanted to share a little bit today about, we all agree, I think, we're living in a very polarizing time when positive dialogue is so much needed. How wonderful it would be if each one of us would focus on communicating effectively and trying to bridge divides. I'm sure we've all found ourselves in situations where we may have felt intimidated by someone, perhaps who comes from a different school of thought. How can we avoid confrontation and make meaningful connections despite having opposing views? When Jesus prayed that all may be one, I doubt that he meant that everyone must think exactly the same on every topic.
Yeah.
Even the early disciples, if we remember, disagreed with one another on occasion. And Jesus himself faced opposing views from the Jewish leaders of his time. Jesus invites us, I believe, to imitate him in showing respect to each person. I can disagree or have a differing opinion while keeping in mind that the other person is also one created in the image of God. They're not the enemy. For me, that means listening attentively to another to hear where they're coming from as they state their view. Instead of thinking to myself how I might disagree with that person's thought, perhaps I might say, "Can you tell me why you feel that way?" This question might diffuse negative energy and let the other person know I really am listening in order to better understand their point of view.
Boy,
It's so important, isn't it, to focus on building bridges, understanding diverse perspectives, and promoting respectful communication. Our world would be a much more peaceful place, I think, if we each tried to end the current culture of attack and name-calling. I find it very stimulating to learn different where another person is coming from as they state their view. If I know I'm going to be facing a difficult conversation with someone of an opposing view, I might ask God to help me remain calm, not let anger stir within me, and really see the other person as a child of God. It doesn't mean I have to agree with them. I can respectfully state my view after giving them time to explain theirs. In contrast to what we sometimes witness on TV, we can be agents of peace in our troubled world by listening attentively to others, even when they may have different views. Let's aim today to foster positive dialogue to bridge divides.
That is such an important point because we are faced with opposing views all the time. And, there's a productive way to handle that and a non-productive way. That's a great lesson about building bridges, Sister.
Oh, thank you. I think it's much needed today.
Yeah.
Amen to that. And just a reminder that the person that you're talking to is more important than the point that you're defending. And a lot of times we lose ourselves in that.
Amen.
How true that is.
Sister Mary Delores Gatliff, thank you so much, and have a great week.
You also. Bye.
I love that.
Boy, talk about timeliness of that with the upcoming election season that is already upon us. It's just going to continue to amp up. Let's be examples of a different way of getting it done, sharing truth and love with gentleness and with respect. Thank you, Sister.
Amen. We'll be right back here.